It is nuking. Everybody panic. Everybody panic. All right. Let me send this in the chat. Bada bing, bada boom. And okay, we're live. And this is live. And I gotta listen to this whole advertisement again. Okay. Yeah. So first off, of course, welcome back. I know I said I'm not going to do these live sessions that much, but here we are again, unfortunately doing this much. But I think it's safe to say that, a lot of people need to know exactly what's going on in terms of charts and updates. So a few things I want to talk about. We'll start off with Bitcoin. First off, of course, let me know if you guys can hear me. If you guys are good with that, then I'll go ahead and jump in. I know this was like a last minute thing. I'm sorry. Like again, I didn't really plan this, but the move set is pretty large right now, so I want to make sure that no one gets absolutely wrecked here. So if you guys can hear me, good. Okay, cool. So in terms of Bitcoin. Right now, what we're seeing, of course, is we did see an all-time high, right? We got a new all-time high, 69.2, and immediately after, we saw a very nice rejection candlestick and a strong bearish engulfing, now hitting the 20 exponential moving average. For those of you that were part of Telegram and know that I have mentioned this for like literally weeks, was hey, we are looking for scalp positions only. And the reason for that is, of course, we never really tested our 20 EMA. Now we finally got our 20 exponential moving average retest, which of course was a major level on support. Now that this level has been hit, we are looking for some buying opportunities once the candlestick closes. From a bullish perspective, the bulls have to hold above 63.9. Old resistance should turn into new support. Something like this has to happen. Now, from a daily perspective, about 2 days ago, I talked about this as well. And I showed you guys that when Bitcoin originally hit all-time high from the previous bull run market, we had the same dip opportunity, right? And it's pretty cool to see because look, at the wick high of 19.6, when we got the wick high of 19.6, they did the same exact thing, literally the same exact thing. We had a little bit of a break up towards the upside, and then immediately after, we had a 20 exponential moving average retest. We got the support retest on 17.6, which was a major support zone. And then, of course, we had a massive continuation on BTC. I warned you guys about that a few days ago, and once again, we are in the same exact situation right now on BTC. We had the same exact retest on the wick high, right? So all-time high, got that nice little retest. But on the daily time frame now, we are still completely over leveraged from our exponential moving averages. This is why I tell you guys to be looking for scalp opportunities. If we do see a flush now, if of course we do see a quick wick towards the downside, even on the 20 EMA, the 20 EMA on the daily time frame is at 56,900. There is going to be a lot of traders that are going to get absolutely wiped out on this move set because a lot of people are over leveraged on their trades. You can see that in terms of meme coins, so like Doge, Shiba, and many others, we saw some insane drop formations be created, right? So at 45 going down into the 33 range, which is a pretty hefty correction. Even if you look at Dog with Hat, that was of course posted on Binance this morning. Dog with Hat, disgusting correction from $2 down to $1.22, $800 million market cap wipeout. So the fun of meme coins, and I always tell you guys this, like, yes, meme coins are great when they're going up, but the minute you start seeing corrective moves, all of these traders, so all of these people that of course bought in these zones, now they're starting to see their portfolios get absolutely wiped. And this is where the panic gets started created, right? So they'll be like, oh man, I'm holding this meme coin. What if I bought the top? What if I did this? What if I did that? And that's where you start seeing larger and larger wick opportunities. Mostly when you have a perspective of this huge run towards the upside without any sort of corrective move. Now you're starting to see a corrective move, and a lot of people are probably freaking out, but in reality, it's needed, right? Nothing can just go up forever, and these coins had some insane extensions, right? Insane. So that's exactly why I'm not really in the moment to be looking for buying opportunities, but right now I'm just kind of watching how Bitcoin plays out. If Bitcoin, of course, in the 4-hour candlestick does end up holding above 63.9, then that's a confirmation for me to start looking for possible long opportunities. But that all depends on the 4-hour time frame. in terms of the daily time frame, you can see that we still have a little bit more ways to go. And 3 hours is a very long time in this market where we could easily see a wick towards the downside, something like this, and then a stronger continuation. So, like I said, don't start entering your positions here, right? Just because we hit the 20 EMA, some of you guys are messaging me like, oh, Pingu, it's a 20 EMA's hit. Can I enter? No. You guys know the rules. As a 20 EMA hits, you need to see the exponential moving average hold. You need to see a candle close. Once the candle closes, then that's your confirmation for a continuation trade, if that makes sense. All right. Anyways, there's like 41 of you, but my iPad's showing there's 0 of you, so it's awesome. But yeah, in turn, I will upload a video on Ethereum. I don't want to talk about Ethereum too much just right now, but I will talk about the other coins because a lot of you guys, you know, I feel like need to actually see the bigger picture here. So first of all, Solana. Yes, this was very manipulated. Okay, so yesterday's live stream, I gave you guys 2 trade opportunities, right? The first one was Solana and the second one was Filecoin. The first one was if Solana breaks above 134, it is a free long opportunity. Why? Because the exponential moving averages continue to push upwards into the the resistance. The more times this resistance level is tested, the higher chances of it actually breaking. You can see Solana actually did see a beautiful breakout into the 144, and now we continue to use the exponential moving averages as support. But look, the candle has not closed just yet. I will tell you guys this, if this candle closes above 134 on support, it is a long confirmation. Why? Because if you look at the same example that happened on Cardano a few days ago, you can see what I'm talking about, right? So we had the same initial breakout formation. We had a candlestick close above that range, and then we saw that continuation overall. That's why I tell you guys, these major resistance on the weekly time frames, you are using lower leverage to scalp. You're not going 100x leverage the minute it breaks resistance, but using lower leverage into these major resistance zones is pretty free opportunities, right? You can see that every time a major resistance level is broken and retested as support, it's always a continuation trade. The weeklies, of course, are very important. They are my white lines and sometimes my yellow lines. And those zones, once they break above, we start seeing some massive continuations. Same way over on Dogecoin, right? So on Doge, in yesterday's video, I said, hey, yes, we are looking for the 0.22 range. And of course, the 0.2 was in the video because Doge, I made the video, down here? And Doge rallied extremely fast. But I said in that video, and I warned you guys that, yo, the 20 exponential moving average has not been tested as of right now. The 9 exponential and 20 EMA on the daily time frame has not been tested as of right now. I would be very cautious looking for those swing positions on Doge if I did end up getting caught out. I don't want to end up getting caught out in this range. I would rather be comfortable down here looking for those buying opportunities at 0.124 or of course the 20 EMA, which as of right now is at 0.12. I would much rather be looking for those opportunities than buying up at the free air, right? We call it free air. Free air is basically literally just like, it's just in the air as it continues to push higher. That's not what I like trading. If I missed a trade, then I'm only scalping the wick highs. If every time a wick high is broken, I'll enter a long position. I will not enter a swing position though, because my opportunity to buy was down here on these supports, down here on these supports. Now is not an opportunity to be buying in the middle of a commotion like this. And then talking about falling knives in Telegram, I mentioned this to you guys, like, yo, it is the worst thing you can do as a trader to be looking for like catching a falling knife because you have greed. You want the market to, of course, bounce back. You think that this is going to be the only dip you're going to get, and then you see continuation. Yes, to an extent, there was that argument, right? So to an extent, and I'll explain that to you guys on Doge. So on Doge, we broke above 0.11, and we continue to use the exponential moving averages as support. 0.11 was a major resistance level. The argument was, yes, we broke above a major resistance. The exponential moving averages are now being used as support. And you can see they continue to be used as support. The candles continue to close above the 20 EMA. Then yes, we had the argument that this is a continuation trade. Right now, if we do see a breakdown formation like this, and then the candle turns into resistance, guess what? If you entered a long position here, now you're pretty much heading towards liquidation, right? This is one of those lessons that you guys need to understand is patience is a very big thing, mostly in bull market cycles. regardless of how you feel about your coin and you think it's going to do extremely well. And this doesn't go for the spot people, this is for the leverage people in this chat. Even for spot positions, if you're someone that has a lot of size and you want to start buying into a range, you don't want to necessarily be buying at these wick highs. You want to necessarily be buying on the 20 EMA. And the logic with the 20 exponential moving average or the 9 exponential moving average is very simple. When I look at it from a trade perspective, I look at it like this. I'm like, okay, I want to enter a long position, right? So I'm looking at like, if I want to enter a long position, and let's say I'm down here, in terms of argument cases, I would say, okay, we have a support retest on 0.124. We also tested the 9 exponential moving average. So my drawdown in that trade can only possibly be the 20 EMA, which has not been tested yet. Am I willing to take that risk? I take that risk. Of course, the trade plays out. Now the problem is the people that, of course, don't trade like that and they start entering on these wicks or even support. The argument has to come that why are you entering on a zone like this? So, for example, I'm talking about swing positions. If you're swinging at these levels, what are you swinging based off? Like, what is there in this range right now that you're swinging based off? Oh, Pingu, the support is in that range. Okay, sure, 0.168 is a decent support, but has the daily candlestick closed on that support level yet, like it did down here? No. So that argument is out the window, because what can easily happen is, of course, we see a breakdown structure. This candle was not used as support as of right now. We got a candle close above, but we didn't get the retest on support. If this candle, of course, closes below, now the argument is, okay, now I'm in a drawdown position, I'm underwater, and now what could possibly happen? Well, I have to brace for the fact that we might actually go all the way down to our 20 exponential moving average, hit that range, and then continue pushing higher. Versus the other person who was literally just patient waiting, now they can load into 0.11 and or even the 9 exponential moving average on the daily and continue trading like that. That's what I mean by catching falling knives. You got to be very careful. There's always going to be a better zone where you can enter, and using the daily time frame gives you a better perspective of which zone and how to play that zone. If you're one of those people that, of course, are greedy and emotional, you're going to have a very hard time this learning market, because things are going to reverse as soon as you enter, and you're going to be like, oh, the market's out to get me. It is not out to get you. It's just because you don't have a proper rule set on this market, and that's why you continue failing these trades, if that makes sense. But that's wanted to explain that to you guys, because a lot of you guys, I feel like, you know, when you start seeing these coins go absolutely berserk, you're gonna start panicking and be like, oh my god, I'm missing. And you're not missing anything. Realistically, you're not. There's always gonna be opportunity here, and I told you guys this before too. I did not like these candlesticks being formed on Bitcoin. These are very manipulated candlesticks, the ones with no wick opportunities, no wick opportunities, no wick opportunities. It would be absolutely, well, I mean, it would be hilarious if, of course, Bitcoin was not able to hold 63.9 and we started to see a corrective move like this. A lot of people will get flushed out completely, right? Because a lot of people are in some insane leverage positions. I have seen, you can see through the order books as well, there are a ton of over leveraged trades right now, and the market is extremely volatile. This whole 2 weeks, I was saying the same thing over and over and over to you guys was, hey, look to take your profits, take your profits, take your profits. And the reason why I continue to say take your profits, and mostly on your leverage positions, was because when the market does reverse, and it will, it is going to get ugly extremely fast. And a perfect example of that was Dog with Hat. Dog with Hat was everyone's moon coin, right? Everyone's making money, everyone's super happy, everyone's leveraging and banking on it. It got listed on Binance, and now you can see it's literally almost a 50% corrective move. I'm not saying Dog with Hat is not bullish and this is the end for Dog with Hat. I'm talking about those leverage positions, the people that, of course, levered into these positions and didn't take their profits. Now they're underwater, and look at the drawdown or the downside moment of this trade. We are completely, on the daily, completely, the 20 exponential move average is 85 cents. Are you willing to hold that trade to 85 cents? That's a big fluctuation for a meme coin. And that's where a lot of market panic comes into play. And of course, you can see, even from this perspective, we never really retested the major zone of 0.45 as resistance. So if something like this were to happen, can you brace yourself for that? And that's my point is, yes, these meme coins are great and everyone makes money off them and everyone's super happy. But when Bitcoin decides to say, you know what, nah, today's the day, and it ends up dropping, and you start seeing the whole market end up correcting like Ethereum as well, and like in general, what's your plan B there? What is your plan B? You don't have a plan B. So that's my point is, these corrective moves are very healthy, but there are areas of opportunities to buy, and this is not the area of opportunity to buy. You can see that the bulls are struggling to hold the 20 EMA. They still have 3 hours of fighting to go before we lose this 20 EMA. If the 20 EMA is lost, then the next level that has to remain is 63.9. Could we see a wick opportunity like this? Yes, for sure. But that's the opportunity you want to pay attention to. And again, the candle has to close above this range. This doesn't mean, Pingu, oh my god, it's testing the level, I'm going to enter, I'm going to go long. No, that's not what I mean. It has to hit above, it has to close above this range. Then you can start looking for possible reversal trades. Otherwise, you're pretty much just gambling at these levels. And I personally would never be caught swinging at these zones. Regardless of a bull market or not, it's insane how fast, well, not how fast rather, but how much we have moved in a span of like 3 days. And I think a lot of people are not understanding that this whole run up in general has happened extremely quick, like this right here. Not talking about this one because we had a period of consolidation. There was no consolidation here. So you have to be very, very careful when you're entering these sort of positions. Make sense? But you have to be super quick. No time for second thoughts. When it's the top of the wick, just close. Exactly. Yeah, Philip, you get it. Like, you can't, the emotions, if you're up quite a bit of money and you're trading the wick highs. So if you enter, so for example, like I'll give a good example of this. So let's say you entered the wick high in the break. Like I said, what, 68.5 is when I sent the message. Like, guys, this is probably going to end up hitting all-time high. And I sent that message, like, what, down here? So if you did end up taking that trade, you pretty much profited this whole candlestick towards the upside. You were in profit. There's no way you weren't. You were in, even if the argument of, oh, I entered exactly on the resistance, on the wick break. Sure, you were still in profit for about 400 bucks. You had the opportunity to close that trade this whole way towards the upside. And again, that's where the greed factor comes in. A lot of traders, what they will do is they will end up holding their scalp positions all of a sudden because they think this is it. This is the bull run. We're going to continue pushing higher. When I say scalp position on wick highs, I really mean scalp positions on wick highs. You have to scalp these positions because it doesn't matter how you feel about the market. If the market does reject, and you can see the same scalp position here, this, of course, was a major resistance. We ended up breaking it. It was a nice scalp position, right? We entered, you exited, entered again on this wick high, exited, entered again on this wick high, exited, entered again on this wick high, exited. You profited the whole way here. But all of a sudden, let's say for someone that's swinging and they're like, okay, at 67, Bitcoin's going to all-time high. I'm entering a swing position. I'm not closing. Well, they're underwater now. They're underwater by quite a bit. And the downside risk here is massive. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to be smart when you're doing these things. You can't just all of a sudden start guessing where exactly the downside risk is. And you can see that the bulls are right now fighting for the 20 exponential moving average. Look at that. Look at that break. So the 20 EMA has now officially been broken, right? So you see what I'm saying? Look at this. This is happening live. This is literally live. You can see. I warned you guys that, hey, do not enter a long position on the 20 EMA until the candle closes. This is why. It can reverse immediately and you can be underwater. Now that the 20 EMA is fighting, like I said, what most likely will happen, we'll probably see a wick down here at 63.9. And if we lose 63.9, oh my God, it's going to get ugly really fast. It's going to get even more pain because all of these positions now that were open, now they're going to end up being hit for stop loss or break even. They're going to start closing their positions. And then the cycle repeats itself. And that's why you see such massive moves on these charts. And I keep telling you guys, have logic when you're entering these trades. If you don't have any sort of logic on these trades, I'm sorry, you are going to get liquidated. There's nothing I can do. Look at that. Look at this. Do you guys see this? Like, this is literally what I'm talking about. Like, you gotta be smart, man. Like, you can't just start entering positions off your emotions. It's not gonna work out for you. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. But yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm talking about that. Yeah. What are the entry levels for Soul Spot, you think? So look at that, boys. Look at that, boys and girls, rather. I know there's some. Look at that. You see how crazy that is? Like you guys always ask me like, oh, Pingu, how do you do, like, how do you know the lion's gonna play? What's your crystal ball? What's your secret? I don't have a secret. I have just stared at these charts for years, and I've seen things. Like, I know I'm talking like a war veteran, but no, I have seen too much in these charts. I have traded these cycles too much, and I have seen this happen constantly. It's very simple. It's very, very simple on how to trade these things. If we break the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA is the next zone. the 20 EMA breaks down, the major support level is most likely going to get wicked. The reason for that, a lot of traders here on the 9 EMA, they start loading into the position without the candlestick closing. The initial retest on the 9 EMA, what I mean by initial is the first test. The first test, sure, you can argue I want to enter a scalp position because that's the first test. Usually it plays out very well. The third test is not the test to be entering a scalp position on a counter trade. Why? Because on the third test, you tend to see a breakdown formation of the 9. Now, logically, you're like, shit, the 20 EMA hasn't been tested yet. Okay, you know what? I'm going to enter a scalp position on the 20 EMA just for fun. Because why? Because this wasn't tested. This is the first test. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see what I'm talking about? Look at the current level. And again, the same argument can be, oh, Pingu, 63.9. I'm going to enter a position here. The candlestick has not closed. Guess what? You are now officially underwater on this trade as well. This is live. You can see mistake 1, mistake 2, mistake 3, and now you can see the free fall opportunity is what I warned about. If the bulls fail to break or hold this above level, congratulations, the pain is on the way. And now you're seeing the pain happen live. So what would I do in this sort of situation? Literally nothing. Just chill. Let the candlestick close and then decide. Why are you riding this whole way towards the downside? Oh, Pingu, why can't we short? You can short. No one said you can't short. You can short and be aggressive. That's fine. But in an uptrend market like this where we're near all-time high, I would be very cautious about looking for shorting positions on swings. Why? Because of the fact that if the market reverses, I would rather be trading an uptrend long than be counter trading for shorts. The same people that shorted here absolutely wrecked. And you can see the example the whole way, literally the whole way. Same shorts here, wrecked here, same shorts here. Like I said, wrecked here. Like, it's just, you don't want to trade against a trend like that. But I hope that makes sense. Like, I hope you guys are seeing, like, why I explain things the way I do is because I want to protect you guys. My job is to protect you guys. My job isn't, like, I'm not going to here spoon feed you guys and be like, oh my God, okay, so guys, like, we're going to the moon and the all-time high is going to hit. We're going to continue. That's not my job. Like, I'm sure you can find other YouTubers out there that are influencers and you can go ahead and follow their trades and get absolutely wrecked. But my job is to give you the logical thinking behind every single trade and every single thing I do. If you're one of those people that are emotional, this is probably a perfect example of why not to be emotional, right? And this goes for Doge. This goes for everything. Look at Doge. Look at that. Guys, we literally talked about this. I said, hey, I would not be looking till the candle closes because I'm not trying to play the guessing game if the market breaks the 20 EMA. Ladies and gentlemen, the market has officially broken the 20 EMA. Does this mean it's over for Doge and I should sell everything? And no. This has happened before too. We saw the same wick and then we closed above. Just let the candlestick close and then decide what you want to do. If you're trying to be a position buyer right now, wait for the candle close and then be a position buyer. You're much better off doing that. And like I said, you're not risking the downside then because your downside is very minimal once the candle closes. The 9 was hit, the 20 was hit, this major support was hit. Okay, go ahead, go long. You know what I mean? But yeah. I hope that makes sense. So Solana, sorry, I'm eating apples. Solana spot position, where, like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Solana looks like shit. Like, unless of course the bulls can somehow hold above this range, this is a BART formation. Literally, it's a BART formation. Like, I don't know, like for Solana spot positions, ideally, you want to be entering somewhere within this range once the candles close. But a better spot position is probably going to be down here, like around the 115, 118 zone. Because this was a major resistance, so it should be acting as a major support on the way down, as well as the fact that this is also the BART formation, and that's pretty much where it's going to end. So that would be the ideal zone, around the 115, 118. But, of course, nothing is guaranteed in this market, so it might not happen. So don't be like, oh my God, Pingu, I waited and it didn't happen, yada, yada, yada. Okay, great. Like, wait for the candle close and see. You have 2 hours and 46 minutes. If you see a wick go down to that level and you're in a spot position, again, spot position, you can't get liquidated, you're in spots, go for it. But if you're someone that, of course, is leveraging and you want to catch a falling knife, I pray for you. I really do, because I don't know what to tell you. It's just going to get ugly really, really fast. Yeah, so most coins, like I said, like are seeing massive corrections right now. And I think it's very healthy that this is happening. So I talked about this in Shiba's video last night as well. And I'm like, hey, guys, listen, like, I know Shiba's like to the moon and everyone's super excited about Shiba and yada yada yada, but Shiba hasn't seen a corrective move just yet, and I wouldn't be caught dead holding this thing if it did see a corrective move. And I gave the example of the 20 EMA as well. I said the 20 EMA has not been tested on the 4-hour, nor has it been tested on the daily time frame. And now you can see on the 4-hour, we finally, after this whole move towards the upside, we finally got the 20 EMA retest. Now it's just a matter of just waiting to see how the candlestick closes. Where would I be entering Shiba? Well, if the market breaks the 20 EMA, my spot position probably would most likely comfortably be around here at the 23 range. The 23 range, of course, the reason why is because this level acted as a crucial resistance. It should be flipping into a crucial support, and that would be the zone I would be loading into Shiba for something like, sorry, wow, my drawing tool was horrible. Something like that. So that would be the ideal position. But like, given how Bitcoin's trading right now, I would be very cautious with how I position myself right now. Because, again, regardless of your feelings, if the market does see a local top here and we see a major corrective moves down to 52, I'm just saying, the example why I'm giving that is because, of course, the fact that when we originally had the break above here, I said I don't like these candlesticks, and the reason why is because they're very manipulated. It happened extremely quickly. There was no wicks to these candlesticks, and it just continued pushing up. We never got the retest on 52. We never saw the retest on support. This never happened, and we just continued to push towards the upside. So if we do see a corrective move now, are you really ready for that brace impact? Like from 69 down to 52? That'll probably put Doge and your favorite meme coins, like it's like literally from here, like into like the 0.1 range. So it'd be from the top to the bottom, it'd be a half a correction, which is massive. So that would be the zone. So like I said, like guys, like yes, I know it's a bull market. I know everyone's super excited, but like there's levels to this, and the level right now is to just be patient and sit on your hands, and then you'll get your trade opportunities. Make sense? Everyone on the same page? What do you mean by candle close? So yeah, the candle close means this. Like you see how it's 2 hours and 44 minutes away. The candle has to close time frame wise. So in 4 hours, I trade 4-hour candlesticks. Every 4 hours, I need the candlestick to close above a certain range, and then that's my confirmation to enter. I'm not entering based off hopes and dreams and stuff like that. That's not how we trade. We trade based off simply just price action. My charts are very naked for a reason. I block out the noise and I focus on what the bigger picture is right now. And the bigger picture for us right now is, of course, waiting for these levels to play out on the channel closes. Make sense? I will upload an Ethereum video, I promise you. The 20 EMA has just been hit on Ethereum. So this is, like I said, what I mentioned in terms of a flush opportunity. This whole run up from yesterday's video, I said, hey, Ethereum hasn't hit that 20 EMA yet. I would be very cautious for swing positions. Now we hit that level. I will upload Ethereum shortly and send it over. So yeah, just give me a little bit. I just want to do this live session first, and then we'll talk about Ethereum in detail. But right now, like I said, with BTC, Ethereum should follow anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Okay. Yeah. Some people say that Doge will go to $20. Is it possible? I don't think Doge will ever go to I'm not gonna say that. I don't think Doge will go to $20 this cycle. I think maybe $2-3 is definitely possible, but I don't think $20 it would happen. Make sense? Yeah, so okay, everyone on the same page now. So any other questions? Because I gotta go soon. I'm just I gotta go to the gym and I gotta do some other stuff. So I'm not here for like hours and hours. I just want to give everyone a perspective real quick on what to expect, because I know a lot of people are kind of like panic mode right now because it's probably the first cycle and they're not used to this. It's gonna get even more ugly. But yeah, so everyone has their levels drawn out, right? And we go from there. What about XLM? I like XLM. Stellar as a long-term hold. I think Stellar is gonna do well. A long-term hold. But like I said, compared to Stellar, there are better opportunities in this market right now, like IMX as well as what's it called? Beam. Beam and IMX are better opportunities in terms of gaming narratives. 0.01 SHIB. I think SHIB can hit 1 cent, if I'm being honest with you guys. Like this cycle, like it might get crazy extremely fast. Maybe not 1 cent, but like it probably will get pretty far up there, I think. Yes. So yeah, no problem. And spot buy for Doge, what level? I'll upload, like I said, for spot buys, guys, we will talk. I will upload a video and I'll explain. I do the YouTube videos so everyone can like I said, there's what, like 48 of you right now. Like there's still like 5,000 people that are probably waiting for a video. So I will do the videos, I promise. So right now, let's not talk about spot positions. Like I said, I just wanted to quickly open up this chart and just explain the like what we're expecting moving forward, so everyone is on the same page. But yeah, Pingu lost a lot because of emotional decisions. How do you cut these off? That's a great question. So like sometimes you can make a bad trade. I've made bad trades recently, like, right? So sometimes you make a bad trade and the emotions are of course really high. So my best suggestion, there's two ways of doing this. Number one, if you're in a spot position and you lost a lot of money, I don't think you should be too worried, because spot positions, if you were in the right coins, they will bounce back sooner or later. Now, if you lost a lot of money in leveraging and you don't know what to do, my suggestion would be take a break. And I genuinely mean that. Take a break, delete the apps, delete TradingView, delete everything. Take a 1 week break, and I mean that, and then come back. After 1 week, you will be in a better mindset, open up your trading apps, open everything, and start plotting the charts again. There is nothing worse than what someone can do when they lose a lot of money, is continue trading and trying to make it back. You will end up losing all of your money. You are better off, like I said, taking a break, do whatever you need to do, family, work, I don't care, whatever is going on in your life, but do that and then come back in a week and then decide to plot your charts, because you'll have better thinking. I take breaks. I take breaks too. Like, it's not just I take losses, but okay, I lied. I can't really take breaks because you guys, I can't, like, it's hard for me to take a break because I still have to look at the charts every now and then. But my breaks are, like I said, like I go do my own thing. Like I go, whatever I need to do in terms of life, I'll go do that. Sometimes you guys won't hear from me for like 8 hours. You're like, where's Pingu? It's because I'm just doing my own thing. I don't feel like sitting on the charts all day long. And, like that's my ideal break. But for someone who's a beginner or someone who's like, just lost a lot of money in leveraging, then trust me, you are better off just taking a one week break and then coming back in the market, if that makes sense. Pingu, how likely is it that we'll see 35k BTC? That's like way down there. Like that's like real deep, bro. That's like down here. Like we're up here. Yeah, that's a big drop. You know what I'm saying? It's a big drop. Yeah, I don't think so. Like I don't think we'll see, because I think the market's definitely changed. Right, we're near all-time high. There's a lot more volume being flowed in. We will see a corrective move. I'm not saying that, but I don't think this is where the local top's gonna be. I think we might have a little bit more room to go, and then we might see it. But you see what I mean, guys? Though, look at that. So 20 EMA was hit, support level hit. I talked about we'll probably see a wick, most likely a wick low. So there's a wick low. Now we wait for the candlestick to close. Once the candle closes, you guys are free to look for those long positions. Rule: we hit the 9, confirmed. We hit the 20, confirmed. We hit the support, confirmed. If we break the support, you should be out of that position anyways, because at that point it is an invalid trade. But in your head right now, you're probably thinking, okay, so the 9 was hit, the 20 was hit, the major support was hit. The realistic drawdown from here is very minimal, and the candlestick has closed above, showing bull pressure. That's a confirmation for me looking for a long position. Make sense? Yeah. Okay. Me and my friend follow you every day. Thanks a lot for everything you do. Make this world a better place. Yeah, no problem, guys. Like I said, I do this for you. I get nothing out of this. I showed you guys my YouTube payments. I get like $10 a day. Like it's not for the amount of videos and stuff that I post. I'm not here for the money. I'm literally just here to protect you guys. And I know how crazy it can get. Mostly, the whole purpose of these live sessions is, like I said, like in bull runs, you get very confused very fast. And like I said, you're gonna be frantically trying to look for someone's help, and they're gonna be like, "Buy my course, $50. My VIP group is printing." I will be honest with you guys. If there's a VIP group, you ever hear someone of like any guy, and I can call all these influencers out, because they don't make money off trading. They make money off your VIP group fees. Like they'll be like, "Hey, pay me $60 a month, and I'll teach you how to trade." Then you go sit in there, and it's like the stupidest education you're ever gonna learn. Like you're better off just going and reading a book. So that's my point, is like, I do this for free, and I'll continue doing this for free, because if you don't like my shit, okay, leave. You have nothing to lose here. Like, you're only going to gain something if you just sit here and listen, versus just going to pay someone. If you want to go pay someone, then go pay it. I'll never charge you guys for anything. So, Andrew, we all use Fairdesk. Fairdesk fees are extremely cheap, and they give us 5% cash back. So all of you guys, like, that's the partnership. I mentioned Fairdesk, and then they give you guys these benefits. So if you go on Telegram and you click, or even the link in the bio here, you'll the link's there. You can just click on that and go from there. So most people use Fairdesk because, again, I explained this reasoning why. You can use Binance, you can use Bybit. Great platforms. I have nothing against them. It's the fees that add up. The fees are insane on those platforms, and that's why I prefer to just use Fairdesk. So, Yosin, I'm in file longs. Yosin, you should not be in the file long to begin with. I told you guys this yesterday too. Like, why, for Yosin, why are you in a file long? Like, explain the logic. So, I explained this to you last time that we're not looking for long positions on file unless this level 1137 is broken. We never got close to that level. Like, yeah. And Yosin, you should know, like, out of all people, like, we wait for the exact level. We don't enter prematurely. If you entered on the EMA bounce, then, like I said, you took that risk and now you're underwater. So, yeah, I think you should be closing that position, if I'm being honest with you, because most likely we will probably see a wick to the wick low of 857. And I think it's a bad position to begin with. I don't think you should be in that position. So, yeah. Sometimes you gotta do it, you know? So if the 4 hour closes above the 20 EMA, that is when you long it. Yeah, that is a confirmation for us, right? So if the 20 EMA closes, if BTC closes above that range, then yes, that's our confirmation we have to look for and go from there. That makes sense. Okay. Can I get a yes in the chat if everyone is on the same page now? Like, is everyone understanding what the plan is moving forward? Like, just type in yes. That's it. That's all I want you to do. Because I wanna make sure that, like, there's no questions that you might have. Like, if everything is good, then I'm gonna go. Okay, cool. Yes, no problem. Okay, cool. So everyone's on the page. Okay, I gotta dip because I gotta go to the gym. I got work to do, and I also have to upload Ethereum, and then I have to upload Doge, and we are behind schedule quite a bit right now. So I will talk to you guys later. I'll upload Ethereum shortly, and then I'll upload Doge, and then we'll upload Shiba, and then we'll upload Solana. So that'll be the game plan for today. Like I said, if the videos take a while, it's because it's too much for one person to be doing live sessions, answering DMs of Telegram, charting these tools, and making sure everyone's trying to be on the same page too. So bear with me, I'm trying. But yeah. Okay, cool. Ciao. See you guys. Have a good day. Thanks for coming. Like I said, there's 52 of you, which is crazy every day with more and more and more people, which is awesome to see. Okay, bye-bye.